Hello everyone, this is Mohan Nagavan. Today we are going to see what is markdown file or .md file in case of GitHub or GitLab projects. So generally whenever go for the GitLab or GitHub projects, so you will upload your project. Along with your project, you will be creating the file called readme.md. So generally it explains your project in a very brief level and it will give some more user instructions to use your project very efficiently. Generally, Markdown or the MD files work like a HTML file. However, it will be very simple so that any user can create the readme.md file to explain our project. So as usual, we have seen what is readme text. So it is generally the text file that introduces and explains your project. Then why should I make it? So generally, it has to explain your project to any user who comes to your project. Generally, you will be creating readme.md file for your audience. Then after who should make it, it will be the project owner or the developer, which explains about the project. Then after when should I make it? As soon as you create some project in GitHub or GitLab, or you are just uploading, so that time you will be creating a readme.md file so that it will explain your project. At the same time, it will be the, let's say, running copy so that whenever you make some enhancements, you will be updating your MD file. Where should I put it? Obviously it should be in the project level so that any user comes to your project, first time only they will be seeing your readme.md file. So you can find this kind of readme.md file in GitHub, Bitbucket and GitLab projects. In order to create the readme.md file, you can directly use any notepad as well, but however text editor I can see. But however, in different IDEs you can have the plugins. For example, PyCharm, we have the plugin called Markdown Navigator. So by using this Markdown Navigator, you can create your MD file and you can see the output as well. So generally we are going to see what are the different options available in the MD file and how we can represent in the output. In plugin I have, sorry, in the PyCharm I have already installed the plugin. So you can see here on your left side you can see the coding or the normal text content which will be inside your .md file, and on your right side you can see your output which will be shown in your browser. For example, here you can see the hash symbol in front of the heading 1, so it will be representing the heading 1. As the hash symbol increases, the heading decreases. For example, heading level will be 2 will be having 2 hash symbol, heading level 3 will be having 3 hash symbol. And then after you will be having the italic by using the prefix and suffix as asterisk symbol. In case of if you want to create the bold character, so you will be using the double asterisk before and after. In order to show your any URL, so you will be using two things. One is the text to be shown to the user. For example, in my case, it's a Python on your left side. On your right side, it will be showing only the Python. But in order to click the Python, you will be going to some other URL. Let's say you are clicking on the Python, it has to go some URL. In that case, you will be using the open parenthesis and close parenthesis. Beside that, you will be using your URL there. Then after to show the images, for example, in order to show the image, you will be using the exclamation at the starting, then square brackets. In between the square brackets, you will be using the image. Then after that, you will be using the parenthesis, which will have the URL for the particular images. Here you can see on your left side, so it will be having the URL for the particular image, markdown-mark.svg. And after that, some places you will be showing your code snippet. For example, Python code, Java code, or JSON code snippet. So that time you will be using, even sometimes you will be using your Git commands as well. So that time you need to use the 3 tick marks. So the tick mark symbols will be available above your tab button. So by using these 3 tick marks, you can represent any code snippet. So it will be shown a different context so that people can easily understand that it's not the normal text, it's a command to be executed either in Java or Python or any language, or it can be the Git commands. So you can see the examples for Python, Java, and the JSON here. And you sometimes you will be using the code content. So by using the square bracket, sorry, by using the angle brackets, you can use the code content. Then after sometimes we need to represent the table inside your HTML content, or let's say the readme.md file. So in that time you will be using the pipe symbol to represent the columns, and you will be having a different data set. Here you can see a sample table. In order to just represent the line, you can use the dash symbol, so it will make the line. And after that, we will be seeing the points or subpoints, or let's say the list. So the list will be having, let's say, numerical, let's say 1, 2, 3. So the same way it will represent in the output. But for the, let's say, points, you will be using the asterisk symbol. So you will be using only in the prefix, not in the suffix. Then after we can use either, for example, checkbox checked or unchecked. So by using that, we will be understanding what are the checkpoints to be covered and what are the things are not covered. For example, here you can see on your left side, so there will be the checkbox by using the square brackets. If you want to be checked, you will be using the X between the square brackets. If not, you will not use anything. So this is the way you will create the checkboxes as well. So this way we can create a very useful, let's say very brief introduction about your project by using this markdown syntaxes. So for example, if you want to see the markdown syntaxes, you can go to some of the public projects. And if it is a very good project, you will be having the readme.md file definitely. Then it will be showing your, let's say, the brief introduction about your project. For example, here it is one of the public project. It has the readme.md file, and you can see the different, let's say, the content of the readme.md file. So it has the URLs, and it has, let's say, the different kinds of images, and it will be having your code snippets, and it will be having the prerequisite to use this project, and let's say the git commands and the dependencies what you need to install, and everything will be available, and it will be clearly just use the markdown syntaxes. It will be clearly defined here. And even you can have your, let's say, the URL which has to be, I mean, which has to be shown to the user just to contact you in case of any queries. So this way you will create your project very readable, so that anyone can come to your project and they can understand your project and they can use your project, and even they can collaborate with you and they can contribute to your project. So this is the usage of .md file. So thanks all, thanks for watching, and have a great day.